Jai Hind, my today's topic is G20. G20 is basically a grouping of 19 countries and one European Union. It started with the founding members of G7, which consist of basically world's largest economies, which includes UK, US, France, Germany, Japan, Italy, and Canada. When Russia joined it, it was called as G8, and when other countries joined it and made it a group of 19 countries, including European Union, it made a whole group of G20. The other countries which are member of this grouping are basically Argentina, Australia, Brazil, India, Indonesia, Mexico, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, South Korea, and Turkey. The main objective of this grouping is to raise issues related to global economy, which includes maintaining financial stability, working on climate change, and making plans for sustainable development for the future. Talking about some of the statistics, it includes about two-thirds of world population, 50% of world land, 75 to 80% of world trade, and 90% of GWP, which stands for Gross World Product. This grouping came into being in 1999 when the issues related to global economy were asked. We all know about a huge economic crisis which was in 2008. After 2008, the summit takes place either once or twice every year. Talking about who all attend this summit, this summit is basically attended by the leaders or the head of the states, finance ministers, and as well as foreign ministers. The European Union is basically represented by European Commission or the European Central Bank. There are also other members or the countries which are invited, such as the other countries, the international organizations such as Asian, as well as the non-governmental organizations. Now, talking about how does it basically works, it works on two aspects. One is financial aspect, and second one is Sherpa aspect. Financial aspect deals with all the issues related to finance, and it is attended by finance ministers. The other aspect, which is Sherpa, is basically deal with other issues such as climate change, corruption, energy, development, as well as terrorism, etc. The current Sherpa of Government of India is Mr. Piyush Goyal. It also has access and coordinated help by other organizations such as IMF, World Bank, World Trade Organization, International Labour Organization. It also works with the other non-governmental organizations such as Business 20, B20, Civil Society 20, and L20, which is Labour 20. Now, talking about what India really focuses on. India's focus is on basically three main aspects, which are access to key drugs, stopping funding for terrorism, and preventing invasion of taxes for fighting against corruption. Talking about the presidency, the whole countries are basically divided into 5 groups, excluding the European Union. Each group consists of 3 to 4 countries. India lies in the third group. There is a term called Troika. Troika is basically a group of 3 or 4 countries, and each country presides over the summit simultaneously or consecutively, we can say. The India is a part of Troika, which consists of 3 countries, which are Indonesia in the starting, India in the middle, and Brazil in the end. So 2022 summit was headed by Indonesia. 2023 summit is being held in India, and 2024 summit will be held in Brazil. Talking about some of the advantages of this group has a huge number of flexibility, such as it is a part of as this grouping has a huge number of countries as its part. So the laws or the operations which are being conducted are very flexible and are being followed very smoothly. Second thing is it is a too big organization to fail, or too big grouping to fail. So such as the organization such as SARC. So SARC does not have its meetings held regularly, and it is called as being a failed organization. So as compared to G20, it is a very fruitful organization, and we can see that almost every year the summit takes place very successfully. Talking about some of the challenges, there is no law enforcement, such as these countries come up in every summit, they discuss, they raise some issues, they also come up with solutions, but there is no legal binding, which means that there is no binding or legal binding on any country to implement those issues or implement those acts which are being passed. So they discuss, and they many countries do not follow up. Now, talking about the recent G20 summit, which was held in India in 2023. The theme of G20 2023 was One Earth, One Family, One Future, which in Indian terms is Vasudev Kutumbakam, which basically is taken from the Maha Upanishad. The India's presidency in G20 basically makes India at a very good position in its neighbor, basically Asia. And we also saw that G20 meeting was held in Jammu Kashmir also, which says that India has a huge strategic importance in Jammu Kashmir, and it is not afraid of the world pressure regarding Jammu and Kashmir. Now, the next year's G20 summit will be held in Brazil, as I said, and this is all what I had about G20. Thank you.